We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And this is 3rd down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. Touchdown! touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Mason Crosby.
Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record tying 4 touchdown runs. From the 27, Garoppolo, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a Packer first down.
56, right there, 56.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Richard Sherman on the tackle.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, they go with Mostert again. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
I got it. Check three. What?
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At the 29-yard line.
11.
Here's Mostert. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Mostert, again, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
13. Check 13. 1, Omaha.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
I got you.
Hey, watch the slant.
Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Here comes Pettis on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6. At the 20.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
21. Check 31. 12, fellas, here we go. 42 the mic, boys. 42 the mic.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk.
Complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
49ers.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
7-yard
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And 7.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 38, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
21. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got Sanu. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. One, Omaha. 21. Here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
49ers.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic.
65. 13.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
First and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. This is Jones. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Is third down.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Aaron Jones. A gain of 4. It's now second.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy. It's a foot race. 20.
All you got to do is look and learn.
Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another first and 10. Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56 for Mike, boys. 56.
Throwing is Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A first down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. They intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the out. He's coming. Double up.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
To Devin Funchess. A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
3 yards.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Pettis. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
They're on 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Burks on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Number 26, Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier. Za'Darius Smith on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A 3-yard loss.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Run for Green Bay.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now left side on the swing pass, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Mike 42. Hey, alert! Alert! You ain't doing nothing.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At the 25-yard line, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. from the shotgun to give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Jones breaking from the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop this down to Coleman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They keep the game alive is it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Garoppolo able to get this complete to Ayuk. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
The 7-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. At the 49ers' 31-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually just